Hello, this is Charlie from MMG, and today I'm going to be taking you through recording in VMIX. When we're recording in VMIX, we've got two different options. So there is the main record right here, and then there's the multi-recorder, which is for recording multiple sort of maybe camera ISOs, that kind of thing. So we'll start off with the main record. So you click the settings cog right there, and then that opens you to the settings of the recorder. Now, we've got two different recording channels as such here, and we can enable the second one just by clicking this enable there. Now, what this is essentially, so down the side here, you've got your recording sort of format. So you want it as an MP4, AVI, etc. Now, you also have the option to record a WAV file. So that will record the audio as a separate file, as well as recording the main video file, which will also have audio on it. Now, what we want to choose to record essentially is up here. So you can record any of your outputs in VMIX, and they're your external outputs. So if you click this cog, you've got your outputs here. So whatever is sent to these outputs is what will be recorded on that channel. So let's say we want to record output 1, which is our main. Now, this is the way you choose the file name and where you want to store the recording by hitting browse. The resolution of the recording here, which can go all the way up to 8K. The frame rate of the recording as well, and also bitrate as well. And then you can choose if you want to use H.264, baseline main, HEVC, H.265, that kind of thing. Now, you've got these other options here, so use hardware encoder. Now, this essentially is something you'll probably want to always keep on. And it's essentially saying use the hardware of the computer, the best hardware sort of thing to actually compress and make that recording. I wouldn't recommend obviously clicking fault tolerant. If you click that, it will basically be tolerant of faults. Here we've got your audio. So this is the audio that you want on that recording. So we've got the option of the any of the audio buses, the master, and also combination of any of the other audio buses as well. You can add delay to the audio on the recording as well. And we can also choose the audio bitrate as well. Now, new file every however long. So this is basically a way of saying every 30 minutes, I want it to record a new file. So record 30 minutes of content. It will then stop the record, but instantly record a new file. So if you want to split it up every, say, half an hour, you can do that as well. That's essentially all the settings of the recorder. And if we go on to the second page, it is exactly the same. But obviously we can choose to record, say, output 2 and then record output 1 there. Now, to start the record, you simply click the red button. It will go red. And you've also got channels here which show you the actual audio going to the recorder. So if I turn this on, you'll then see we've got audio going to those records, and you can see there's audio being sent to them. And you can also down here see the current time, the elapsed time of the recording. And then you can also do recording statistics as well. And this shows you several different statistics of the recording you're currently doing, including all the settings that you chose, such as the frame rate, resolution, codec, etc. Now, to stop the record, so when the record's going, you obviously can't change the settings. So you definitely want to set that up beforehand. To stop it, you just click that. It says stop recording. We're going to click yes, and then it stops the recording. And just to kind of highlight a few more settings quickly, we covered this in our main UI video of VMIX. So in the recording settings in VMIX, you've also got this memory buffer. So if you are struggling to record, let's say some big 4K content, that kind of thing, you can increase that buffer, and that will actually smoothen out any potential frame drops or issues with the recording. You can also have automatically set recording previous settings as well, and you can set the default folder here for your recordings and the file format. And another thing just about recordings, you can obviously put this no recording alert on as well. So if you need to make sure you definitely remember to press record, you can enable that, and then obviously it will flash red at you saying, we'll enable it just to show you, but it will flash red saying not recording, as you can see on the screen there. Now, when you do the main record, it will get rid of that flashing not recording. If you enable the multi-recorder, however, it will still say not recording. That is only for the main recorder of VMIX. So now if we have a look at the multi-recorder, you can see that, again, like the other recording, we've got all the different formats, so MP4, AVI, etc. Same again, you've got the video bitrate, audio bitrate, and the codec, and you use hardware encoder and fault tolerant. Tick these boxes, and that's what essentially sets the records up. So I want to record output 1 and 2. Maybe I want to record all 4. Now, just like before, you can select WAV file record, and you can also choose the audio. So if you wanted, you could actually say, I want the audio of the master on everything, and then in same any combination of buses as well. And then if we say input, we're saying that we want the audio that's on that specific input that we've chosen. And again, new file every however many minutes. And then to change the recording folder, you click down here. Now, something else about the multi-recorder that's incredibly useful. So I'm just going to add some sources real quick. So I've got this deck link connected. So we're just going to add this source here, SDI, and I'm also going to add an NDI input as well. Now I'm actually going to add camera that we're actually recording this with. So what we'll now be able to do, if we go back to the multi-recorder, is you'll see that we've actually got this deck link input on the multi-recorder and this NDI input. So you could also tick these and record those as ISOs as well. And that I think is an incredibly useful thing. So you can record your cameras directly as they come in, and then you can also do a backup record of your main. Whereas then if you want to do your, let's say maybe you're running 4K, you'd use the main recorder to actually record your main output of VMIX. But this is great for potentially getting camera ISOs and separate records, lots of different things essentially. Now, we wouldn't recommend recording NDI in this way, as NDI has uneven frame times and things. Generally, you can actually encounter problems when recording NDI in this way. We have a trick to record NDI, and I'll show you that. So if we go here, make a blank, and now I'm going to layer this NDI over the blank. Now we'll go over all of the input settings and layering in a later tutorial, but essentially if we layer that NDI over this, now that's number 6. So I'm going to send number 6 to say, we'll do output 2. And then if we record in the multi-recorder that output 2, that will 100% record the NDI. The reason why is because once you tile it onto something like this and send it to an output within VMIX, VMIX is essentially taking all the data of the NDI signal and it is re-rendering that signal. And so because VMIX is re-rendering it, VMIX will re-render it perfectly at the, well, whatever frame rate you've got set in your project, in this case 60 FPS, and it will take all the data of the NDI and then re-render it, make it perfect frame time 60 FPS so that your recording will not mess up. So that's a nice little trick to actually record NDI within VMIX. But yeah, I believe that is everything to do with recording using the multi-recorder for camera ISOs and, well, ISOs really any inputs that you really need, any camera, NDI, etc., or your outputs, and also the main record as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to visit our website at mmgaxis.io, where you can find all of our latest content, everything there is to know about our products, all relating to live events, audio and video. Links to all of our socials will be on there as well, including our YouTube, where you can find more tutorials such as this one, tutorials for our products and NDI tools as well. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.